Yeah, we got a lot of pools opening here next weekend, and a lot of people getting ready for the summer. Well, guys, thank you very much, and gals, thank you very
Yeah,
much
we
for
got a
joining
lot of
us.
pools opening
Oh,
here
we got a
this
little
next
echo there.
weekend, and
No problemo. So, guys, welcome. My name is Corey Moran. I'm coming to you from the East Coast of the United States, and we are just super excited to come to you today with updates and everything going on the DFY done for you airdrop front. I'm joined today by my fellow all-stars here on the team, my partner, Mr. Peter Gantner, who will set up for, we also have a special guest, like I mentioned, and we're super excited to bring him and his project forward to show you guys what's going on. But we're going to pass it right over to my good friend, Mr. Peter Gantner. How you doing, buddy?
Great, buddy. How are you this weekend?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
Excellent, excellent. So we are just cranking away, working, guys, working on a lot of different stuff out there in the space. We've got a few things to go over this weekend. One is we're on our YouTube channel, some of the stuff we're doing there. Very exciting. Some of the new path that it's not new, it's really just a little bit more focus on the idea and the concept of decentralization and using decentralization on a daily basis, beginning to generate the revenue. All businesses based on the success of the revenue of the company, and then, of course, the management of that revenue in order to become profitable. And that's what builds successful companies. Same thing is going to happen in Web3. So we're going to talk a little bit about ushering in a decentralized world. We're going to have a special guest on today. There's a lot of noise out in the marketplace of meme coins. Most of these meme coins they come up with a name, they come up with a page, they launch them, and they hope they become the next Shiba or the next Doge or whatever it is. But there's really no value. If you understand memes are a valuable currency in our world today. They mean a lot to us, right? Basically, brands, things that we identify with, whether it's as a generation or as a group of people or type of people or whatever it may be. And that's the reason why they've converted over into the crypto space. And to be honest, one of the top categories 6 months ago, the top category that was driving this marketplace was gaming. And then AI came in. But really, what is driving the marketplace right now in crypto, on the crypto side, which is what we'll cover here, not the necessarily Web3 or the decentralized world we're going to talk about as well, but just simply driving token prices right now, driving the green candles is our meme coins. And there is a reason for that. It's the significance that memes mean to society. So you guys know we don't do a lot of meme stuff, right? We've played a little bit here and there, but we found a project that is unique. It's I want to say the humor side of things is a little bit, I guess, bathroom humor type stuff, right? Well, absolutely bathroom humor. That's the right term for it right there. However, it's significant in where we are at in the crypto space, right? I love what they're doing. It's early on in this project, and if there's a meme coin that has, in my opinion, not financial advice, but if there's a meme coin that should get a lot of attention and have 1 million, 2, 3, 5 million holders, have people getting value from it. I even still believe in the meme space. There needs to be real value there, not just because the token price is up, but real value in our lives. And what do they say? Laughter is the best medicine. And so we've been working with these guys, talking with them and stuff for a few weeks. And I got to tell you, probably 4 or 5 of the best laughs I've had. Now, when you see the humor, you're going to go, man, Peter's got bathroom humor. Like he laughs at this stuff, right? But, don't pee on Pang Pang is pretty funny to me. especially if you see it in the video side. And by the way, I own some Pang, right? I own the token. So don't pee on my token, right? That's absolutely where I'm about, right? And going forward. And some people are going, where did this call go? This is like craziness, right? What is this man talking about? And that's exactly what we want to do. We want to wake you up on a Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, and get you to start thinking about where we're headed to and what we're doing. We're going to go through some DFY airdrops. We are going to be having a special call Monday night for what we're going to start what we call premium airdrops with the Blast Network. So we've been doing some stuff on it. We had to figure out how to get to where we could set up a Telegram account for the people that want to do the premium ones and some other stuff. We believe we worked that out now. It's going to come to a pretty hefty time in financial cost to us, but we're willing to do it to help move this thing along. So we're going to have a special call Monday night, and we're going to go over that on the premium side. I'll explain a little bit of it today. So with that, Corey, do we want to go through updates first? Do we want to? Do we have our friends at Gold with us?
They are. Jared is just promoted. Jared, make sure he's here. Jared. There he is.
Hey, Jared, how you doing?
Hey, doing well. Appreciate you having me on today.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. So, guys, real quick, we met Jared a few weeks ago, like I said, through a friend of ours, Ali, one of our designers, who's done just a bunch of stuff for whether it's True Badger or Otherverse and all the projects that we're working on. He is our favorite designer and absolutely phenomenal at everything that he does. And so he has been working with these guys and helping create some of the animation and some of that type of stuff. And I want to stop here, guys, with if the humor that we're going to talk about and go through here. So first of all, this is just, hey, we find great people to work with. You do see his face, right? He's not hiding in a dark corner anywhere, right? On the project. So that's one of the great things about what we do, right? No dark corners. We don't like them. They're scary. So we've been talking about with them on what their goal is and what they've done with it.
Oh, you're cutting out a little bit, Peter.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
It's okay.
Can you hear me now?
We got you.
Dang, Cox best internet, guys. If you live somewhere and they ever have a chance to get Cox, get someone else. Okay, I just get my PSA here. Do not get Cox internet. Okay.
Brought to you by
All
Cox Internet.
Exactly. Exactly. Maybe we need to put that in one of the commercials there. Being on Cox. Right. Okay. Corey, where are you taking this call, buddy? That's what I want to know.
We're going right to
anyway,
Jared.
guys, we've connected with these guys. I am full transparency. I hold gold. I'm excited about the project. We are going to pay. So that's where I was going. If you see this and you go, that's not a project for me, I'm not into that kind of humor, it's okay. Don't run away. Don't leave us. Don't abandon us. You know, we don't all have to agree on everything that we're doing, right? We don't all have to like everything that we're doing. You know, just know that we're doing this for a reason. As I said when I started this, our goal is to usher in Web3 and an amazing decentralized Web3 in an amazing way. And the way to do that is to get people engaged, not just, oh, I bought gold token. It's a green candle. Yay. Oh, it's a red candle. I'm depressed. But the value that the project can provide to me on a weekly basis. Again, that laughter, right? I'm looking forward to, oh, Wednesday's coming. There's going to be a new video coming out. Who are they going to kind of, you know, spoof this time, right? You know, it kind of reminds me a little bit of what was the what channel, Corey, had the death matches? They would take the cartoons and they would have they'd have the two cartoons fight each other, right?
I remember that.
Right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was just two famous people and they would have those cartoon death matches. Now, we're not killing anybody in these videos, at least at this point, but I'm just saying that's what came to my mind was taking and spoofing things. So with that, guys, I'm going to introduce you to Jared. Jared, this is our community. The project is Gold. I'm going to let you explain it because I'm sure you're going, oh my God, what is this guy talking about? This is not my project. My project's about, Bibles and church steeples and stuff. What is he talking about? Hey, Jared,
Hey, can everyone hear me okay?
we
Loud and
got
clear.
you.
All right. Hey, appreciate the intro, Peter and Corey. Yeah, so it's kind of funny, right? First off, I'll preface by saying I'm actually a serious, crypto investor as well, right? So the majority of my portfolio was certainly not memes, right? But I kept seeing all of these memes, continue to run. I mean, last cycle, you remember, there's big kind of memes. A lot of memes tend to bring in new investors. My dad, as an example, his first meme or his first crypto that he got into was like Hogue coin. I'm like, why are you into it? But he was so into it. Um, so this cycle it continued to just accelerate, but it's gotten a lot more saturated, right? With Solana as a network ecosystem, it's a lot easier to create these coins right off the get-go. And I was putting about 5% of my portfolio in memes, having some success, but some of these newer projects, what I would see is they would, go up and drop, and you'd get a rare few that you'd actually see would continue to, move up. And the reason behind that, of course, is well, who's the team that's actually working it? What are they doing? What are their longer term goals? Okay, yeah, maybe they have a couple funny images, but what else are they trying to do? Are they actually going to build a utility? I mean, you'll see the space has completely been overtaken by dogs and cats and every animal under the sun. And it can be a little bit overwhelming at times. You'll see some that pop up and then just drop off. A lot of them that are maybe created by pre-sale investor tokens that they build all this hype, and then people get into it and then they just dump on the community. So my thought was, hey, I'd rather invest in something that I can, control and we can build at. And looking at where the market was and where it was evolving, we think that these memes need to be able to come to life, right? They need to be able to have a story and have a narrative. Right now, the market's saturated. I think it's going to continue to consolidate here with, across memes with the more successful community-backed tokens that actually have a little bit of a utility right behind it, some sort of way of bringing their characters to life. And that was kind of the thought behind our meme here. So Peter Schiff, gold token, right? You guys all probably know Peter Schiff. He always cracks me up because very vocal advocate against Bitcoin all the time, right? I think one of the funniest things that I saw was at the start of the quarter, the first day or two into the quarter, he's like, you see how much better gold's performing than Bitcoin and it's been 2 days into the quarter, right? So it's just his arguments, he's constantly in the media. So, the idea was, okay, well, let's create a meme, behind kind of Peter Schiff and, gold as the ticker here on Solana. But our focus is, well, we want to be the best kind of animated humorous content provider out there, and not only to build our own kind of network of content, but also start bringing these other memes, these other projects to life through collaborations, through cameos, through just other activity. Because you'll see that people are kind of getting tired of just a picture half the time popping up, and then there's been a couple projects that have started to try and do content. If anyone's seen some of the political fi space, Joe Biden, Trump MAGA, a bunch of basically any political character they're trying to create content, but most of the videos and animation is really bad. So we've taken the approach to build high quality content. We're continuing to kind of ramp up our animation team. We're just bringing on a third animator as well in house right now. We've got actually at Corey and Peter's advice, we wanted to get some additional perspective from from our first videos, so we brought on a really strong female scriptwriter, out in Hollywood, and she's super sharp. But it's kind of funny, Peter and Corey, as you mentioned about the bathroom humor. I swear she's got a dirtier mind than anyone else on the team. So
That
you'll
sounds
see
familiar.
that the newer videos have actually even taken a little bit more of a toll and, still have it. But, so that's just a high level of our project, right? And, the other thing too is we wanted to do a project that had a transparent launch, was fair value, fair market. So, we released 95% of the initial liquidity into the open market, and we've just been trying to grow organically, right? So we kind of started initially with, I don't know if you guys know Crypto Banter, that community, which is really sharp with, being able to know a lot of the, kind of latest and greatest projects and trends. And I feel like there, some strong analysts behind them. So we kind of integrated with that community first off, and then we got in touch with Nexus here. So we're trying to grow organically, build as a strong base. We didn't want it to be something that's pre-sale, VC backed, and then they just dump, right? We're all mothers, fathers, sons, daughters, friends, family, serious investors. People have different, risk tolerances, different amounts, and we want to make it successful for everyone, in order to be able to, have a great ROI and great profit, this cycle as we can continue to grow and build. And the crazy thing is the potential within memes is so different than some of these other projects out there. You'll see them grow to, billion-dollar plus market caps because you get a working community. You get individuals that are more excited, that then they're hyping things up on socials. They're, building a Twitter following. They're building it to their friends and family. They're bringing their talent, to join the project. And it becomes just more of a fun way of, I feel like, first getting into some of the crypto environments. That's kind of high level, a little bit about our project, but I'd love to answer any questions that you guys have.
So Jared,
yeah.
it's on the Solana chain, correct?
Correct. Yep.
Right. Do we guys have the token contract address anywhere handy? And if maybe what we could do is post some of the socials in there. And I'll tell you what, why don't we do this? Why don't we play one of the videos, Corey?
Yeah.
Play a little humor here. And then, again, guys, it is bathroom humor. I just want everybody to know ahead of time, it's not for children, right? Type stuff. This is an adult meme, not in a sexual way, but just in a bathroom humor type of a way. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I can play the one from next week, and then I can play the one this week if you want. They're both very short, but they're both very good.
Perfect. Go ahead, buddy.
All right, cool. I was just out there getting the word out about our special guest here. All right.
The only truly safe investment has always been and will always be gold.
Could someone tell this guy it's not 1848? We've all moved on from the gold rush, pal.
It's gold,
it's
you
Bitcoin,
moron.
You idiot.
Gentlemen, there's only one way to settle this.
Holy shit. Is that?
Satoshi Nakamoto? I predicted the crash of 2008. What'd you ever predict?
My foot up your ass.
There can only be one financial influencer.
Ran?
Ah!
You're goddamn right, motherfuckers. Wow. I may need to lay off the gummies for a bit.
Gold is the hold.
So for a lot of people that don't know, they recently did a debate between Peter Schiff and Michael Saylor was there, and I believe Rand facilitated it. Correct, Jared?
Correct.
The
yeah.
debate?
And that kind of was kind of a shout out to some of the crypto banter community we've been a part of. Rand definitely has an ego as well. He actually commented on the video, thought it was very funny as well. So, getting attention from, kind of some of that core leadership within that community. And but it was, showing like, hey, we want to do some of these kind of cameos and odes. And they actually launched a meme token called Gummy. So it's kind of, why we did a little bit of a cameo and shout out to their gummy token there as well. And I think if you go to the main probably the top link, we've got our most recent video. And again, this is our we were almost trying to steer away from some of the bathroom humor, but this one has a little bit. But again, it's our script writer. She's got a very creative
still
mind.
think it's extremely funny.
Come on, people, accelerate. We've got billions and billions and billions of miles to pedal. Leave your doubts in the dust. Get ready to surge. Purposeful pedal strokes. That's it.
What?
What's the matter? Class, too much for your little gold nuggets, gold man? Or should I say old man?
Watch your mouth, you goddamn Bitcoin bitch.
You like gold so much? How about you shower with it, asshole?
Guys, can't we all get along just like my friendly meme token personality? My eyes.
What the hell happened here? How are you idiots gonna pay for all this damage?
In Bitcoin?
You got change for a Krugerrand?
No one PP on Peng Peng.
Gold is the whole.
This one got a lot of action right away from the community.
It did. And, we're actually, we were in touch with the Pang dev here, so they retweeted it as well. And, we're partnering up and going to be collaborating with them. And, that's what we see. I think a lot of these projects and these other meme coins out there, they need a good team that can start bringing their memes to life. So whether it's us making videos exclusively for their project as a way of bringing in revenue that we can then reinvest back into marketing and other activity, or whether it's collaboration and cameos to create just more social awareness and engagement within their communities, that's kind of a lot of our strategy there.
Perfect. Well, I love the intelligence of this, Jared. The fact that you guys looked at it and said, a lot of people look at memes and go, "Great, I'll go in and make a bunch of money." They'll go away. You guys looked at it and said, "Okay, what can we do to improve it? What can we do to make it something that's sustainable?" And look, every meme coin builds a community and then goes, "Oh, we're doing a swap. We're doing a this. We're doing a that." Right? And you guys said, there's already 9 million swaps. By the way, you're not going to have any liquidity on your swap once you launch your swap. So your swap is really worthless because you really can't trade anything on it in the first place because there's no liquidity. So those are the issues. So instead of just doing what everybody else is doing, cookie cutter, you guys said, look, memes are about content. Let's really focus on that content. Let's build incredible content that people then can at least get the entertainment value. Hey, my token might go down, but you made me laugh. Let me buy some more, right? It's that great side of it that I think you guys have put together. I think you guys have discovered and pioneered. And again, like you said, people have meme contests and they'll have some static images and stuff built on that side of the meme. But to be building the content like this, and absolutely love, so you've got the gummies in there, you've got Pang, you've got the people that love those projects and that are behind those projects to get involved with. And of course, you start getting millions of views. Companies will pay 10, 20, 30, $50,000 to have their meme coin put inside one of these videos, which means now you have a revenue source. Now you have a business model. And of course, who knows, with the way content goes, you could at someday have 100 million people a week watching these videos. And at that point, it's worth hundreds of thousands, if not $1 million for me to get inserted in one of these videos. And so you've got the whole branding side of it. You've got, like, as you said, creating content for people that, that type of stuff. And I'm sure over time, more things will reveal itself. One of the things I loved about Jared is when we talked with him is, we said, hey, great, businesses need revenue. They were already thinking and moving in that direction. And so their mind is on, how do we generate the revenue? to pay the marketing, to pay all the stuff that, projects need to spend. So we're excited about it, guys. Again, I'm a token holder. We just want to bring great projects. I believe that this is what we need in order to usher people into projects, right? Somebody who loves this type of humor. I know right now, every one of you guys are thinking about, oh, John needs to see this, or Mark needs to see this, or, even maybe Susan needs to see this. She loves this kind of stuff. And that's the stuff that'll help us move towards decentralization, towards Web3.
One thing too, just want to highlight as well, as we grow too, we want to continue to give back to our community, right? Because these memes, they succeed when we've got an engaged and excited community. So just, to kind of hear some of the things that we're doing, right? We already committed at 100 million market cap. We've got the basically the equity there set aside to be able to give a lucky holder a Porsche, right? So, a lot of these projects are going and they say they want to give back, but they're not always putting their money where their mouth is. And we're going to be giving away a Porsche. It's also something that can, again, be exciting and kind of hype up the community. We've talked about doing some other things like adding maybe treasure hunt clues inside the videos, and putting gold, either physical gold in treasure chests in other countries, right? So there's a lot of exciting things that we can do from a marketing standpoint as we do grow, to kind of continue to kind of get more viral and build off of that community. But we want to be able to give back, and if we all grow and we all succeed together, that's of course going to be the best mechanism for everyone. And I think we're still early in this cycle, and there's a lot of huge potential, as many of you guys saw last cycle, how some of these projects just went gangbusters, right? And there's a lot of potential there. So very excited.
Jared, can you mention
not financial advice, but I don't even think this cycle has even started yet. So
yeah.
I don't even think we've begun yet.
I was going to say, Jared, could you mention real quick the VIP experience that you have going on right now?
Yes, absolutely. So we started a VIP experience here. So anyone that holds over 5 million gold, which is equates to 0.5% of the total supply. We've got a billion tokens. No more will ever be minted, right? The token's not mutable. We can't, impact or change anything or make any more tokens. Our liquidity pool has been 100% burned as well. So everything is, completely locked on that aspect. But yeah, so this VIP room, anyone that has over 5 million gold tokens can get in. And pretty much we'll just provide additional insight. We'll get extra videos, exclusive content, bonus features. We'll let people know before things are coming out, before posts, before partnerships. It creates a little bit more of a intimate environment as well, to be able to help impact some of the strategy and decision making. As any investors, right, we want to be able to get the community and the core investors votes. Hey, what should our strategy be here? How can we take part? This is what we're thinking. What do you guys think? Because we want to keep that transparency and have that. At the end of the day, that's the beauty of some of these projects as well. We can all be investors at the end. We can all be equity owners and equity investors in a lot easier way than I think getting in through some of the stock market. And that's one of the free market enterprise aspects about crypto that's really exciting, because you can start a company and have an international group of people all over the world as equity holders are all building, this enterprise and project together in a way that's just a lot easier than you can elsewhere. And it's, again, back to Peter, decentralized, which is why, what you guys are doing here with the decentralization, with the metaverse plays, it's bringing communities together. It's connecting people in the metaverse. It's creating a decentralized environment, which is so key to future financial global economics, and just breaking down barriers across the world, which when there's increasing global tensions, that's even more critical. So just appreciate all the great work and great insight that you and your entire team has been providing as well.
Well, thank you. So guys, any questions for Jared before we let him go, and then we'll jump into the rest of the call. Can't wait for next week's video to come out.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm stoked for that. We did have one question on YouTube about if somebody had some brilliant ideas for videos, where to submit them. I said they can send them to me, and then I'll get them to Jared and the team. For now, that's probably the best way to do it. But yeah, I'm sure we've got some pretty creative minds out there. But
Yeah, I would love that. I would love additional things that we can, feed to our writers. We'll probably onboard more as well in the future. And then, they're constantly looking for ideas and things to generate from the community. So also getting that VIP room too, then it can be just, even more streamlined as well. I don't know if anyone uses Telegram or any of that.
And don't pee on my pang. You see my $155 in pang. Do not pee on it, all right? Because you have to be my phone. It's on my phone.
Solid advice. Solid advice.
Love it.
Cool. Well, yeah, Jared, thank you so much for taking the time today and getting on with our community. From the time that we met with you and through Ali, we trust Ali. As Peter said, he's one of our favorite designer, and he's just a great guy all around. So we trust in him, and we've enjoyed our conversation so far, and looking forward to a great relationship moving forward. You're obviously passionate about what you do. You're very intelligent, and the humor, of course, is all around us. And yeah, we appreciate you coming on, and looking forward to more. Maybe do some AMAs in the future.
Yeah, happy to come on anytime, and appreciate you guys bring us on. And yeah, can't say enough good things about Ali as well too. He's our creative lead, our creative director, and we're very fortunate to have him on the team. And again, just excited to be continuing to engage with your community, and happy to answer any questions anytime. I appreciate you having me on.
Cool. Gold is the hold.
Thank you, Jared.
Gold is the hold.
Gold is the hold.
Thanks, Jared. You have a great day, man. Enjoy your weekend.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Talk to you guys soon. And thanks again for being a part of helping us grow our meme empire here, our meme media empire.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to share my screen real quick. Guys, if you want to see anything on Peter Schiff, an interview that he did between Raoul Paul and Peter Schiff, if you want to see his standpoint here, you can go to Tom's. I'm going to turn off my video because I think my screen just froze.
This brief pause brought to you by Cox Internet.
Exactly.
Yes. All right. So now you guys can hear me?
Yep, we got you.
Excellent. So here's, if you guys want to see some more on Peter and that stuff, you can go to Tom Bio, and there's an interview here of and you can kind of see the attitude of
we do have to make a societal change.
Let's see.
Forward is AI, robotics,
This is Mr.
I
Peter.
think inflation is the answer. I mean, it's not the correct answer.
So anyway, just give you guys a resource place to go to so you can kind of understand it a little. I knew it right when I saw it, because I had been following their debate. And of course, anybody who believes that anybody who's stupid enough to believe that Bitcoin's going to go to zero, you got to kind of listen to try to see where their ignorance lies. So, all right, well, excellent. What else we got, Corey?
Peter, just before you, there were some folks in the chat that weren't able to click on a link or copy it. I just put in the Discord the link to the Gold website. So you can go there, grab all their socials, grab their contract address, everything. So it's in our Discord channel for you. A little bit easier
because my internet, I have my video turned out and I just thumbs up the camera and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, my camera's not on. Doesn't do any good to give a thumbs up, right?
Corey, at least it was the thumbs up you were giving me, I guess.
Yes.
This time.
This time, yeah. This time. I love it. This is an intelligent meme coin, because it introduces you to some of the characters in this space that have large voices, have massive following, create a shift in things, start conversation. And it is a really interesting way to shed a light on those and really help us all, like, oh, wait a second, who's this guy? I got to go check him out. Like you said, Peter, you go over and you find them, on YouTube all over the place. And so it is a really interesting way to.
Yeah, you heard Jared, about his dad getting into crypto through meme coins, and
Yeah.
what we're doing at DFY, done for you airdrops, is an easy transfer from Web 2 to Web 3,
Definitely.
seamless kind of lower the blockades, lower the barricades, and you got a meme coin like Gold and Peter Schiff with you got intelligent, funny, seamless kind of way to get into getting your first bag of crypto, or done for you airdrops, getting your airdrops. And so I love the transition pathways here. So
Agreed.
I shared that YouTube link in the chat, guys. If you want to watch that, it's very enlightening. You'll get some good information from that interview.
Excellent. All right. So, Corey, what are we doing with our channel, The Chase?
So we got a couple of things we're going to mention here. So what we're doing is, and let me get there real quick so I can show it to you guys. We created a new, we've kind of transitioned from The Chase. We're going into our new channel called Decentralize. And I'm going to bring that up here real quick while I'm talking. We got a new logo and new brand, but it just made sense for us, guys, for what we're doing in the world, what the world is moving towards. In our opinion, would be the best thing to happen for a decentralized world. But we have gone over from something that just makes sense to us and call it what it is. And here we go. I'll share my screen here. You guys see that? Okay.
Corey, it's coming up, buddy. So while Corey's doing that, guys, we're going to do a special call. I don't know what night yet, probably Wednesday night, where we're going to talk about, there's some content out there. We've already put some together. We did a kind of a sneak peek call with a few of the leaders out in the community. So we've been on a 9-year journey now. I guess I have been on a 9-year journey, and everyone else has been whenever they joined that journey, for anywhere from 9 years and 8 years, whatever, so many days and a few seconds later when I talked to Doug, right? So we had that little gap there, but everybody's kind of coming on the timeline as they are towards what we initially began with, which is this concept and this idea of a better future, right? A more positive world, something that has a more level playing field. Not fair, because fair is to me is not there. That doesn't really, it's not part of the equation. It's a level playing field, meaning if I can go and I get a chance to play, it's the same. I'm not playing in a rock path and you're playing on a smooth superhighway, right? We're both playing on that field. And that's what we see decentralization being. And so a lot of us, and even myself, over the last few years, it's been buying tokens and just letting them go up and not really thinking about the projects, the products, the services behind it. Been more about, hey, let's support the project by buying the token. Oh, it's green, yay. Oh, it's going red, let me sell some of it, right? Pull my profits off the table. But really, for us to usher in a decentralized future, which is absolutely, I won't even say in my opinion, I won't say in, absolutely, positively, 100%. The best future for the entire human race, okay? Every single person on this planet is a decentralized future. Decentralizing society, governments, decentralizing everything, and maybe it's a 90-10, 10% centralized, 90% decentralized, 80-20, 70-30. I don't know the magic number. But in order for me and Lori went to dinner at Morgan's house last night, right? Her and her husband, we had a fantastic time. They're showing us around, and in August, they're going to start trying to have kids, right? They've been married about a year and a half at that point, a little bit over a year and a half, and they're going to start trying to have children. They were showing us where they're going to put the crib, and it's, all this crazy stuff that you do when you're, moving forward in life. And, that'll be my grandchildren, right? I want them to live in a better world. I want to get rich now. I want to make a lot of money now. I love the fact to buy digital assets for $1 and have them to go to 100, 500, $1,000, right? I mean, who wouldn't love it, right? I would have loved to have been in 2009, Satoshi's next door neighbor. He goes, hey, dude, why don't you just let me come over? I'll set. He probably would have come over my house and set the miner up for me, right? Set up my computer, turned it on for me. Oh, wow, I got the 7th block of 50 tokens, right? Oh, wow, I got the 14th block, right? Because it's only me and a few other people doing it, right? Satoshi set up. You know, we're buds. And so, you know, I get a couple million tokens or 500 tokens and, you know, just forget about them and then wake up one day and say, oh, my goodness gracious. Yeah, I remember the secret keys because my buddy Satoshi wrote them down for me. And, you know, I wanted to save them, right? And, you know, make sure Satoshi said, don't lose these. They're really super important. So, however, guys, if we're going to live in this world and we're going to make all this digital wealth, we need to do it in the absolute best world possible. One with less friction, one with a more level playing field. And that comes down to decentralization. So how do we do that? Is the best way to do that just buying a token and supporting it? That's one way to do it, but I don't believe it's the best way. The best way is to look at these projects and say, can I utilize the products and services of those products? And I'm going to go to gold. Gold is the hold, baby. All right. All day long. The entertainment value every Wednesday about when they come out with the videos, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm going to go get my laugh for the week, right? Corey may aggravate me all week, and Rhonda and Sharona and Jan and Dawn, no humor all week long. But in the middle of the week, I know where I'm going to go grab that value from. And for that, I'm going to have the token. I'm going to hold it because if I'm laughing about it, if I'm having fun with it, then I got to think, well, there could be another million or 2 or 5 or 10 million, maybe even 100 million people out of the 8 billion people on the planet that would also find it funny. And if they found it funny and got their weekly laugh from it, that is real value that can be converted into value. In the call we're going to do next week, guys, you're going to see they talk about in the video that we're going to review a little bit of that the money today is a main means of exchange. Coming now, and it's already beginning to adjust, which is where the internet found its way, is that information is becoming more valuable than money is. They can be exchanged, they can be interacted. Information is becoming the commerce of the future, okay? And that's what comes into community as commerce. Community is commerce because who creates the information? The community creates the information. That's where the data, that's where the shopping data and the habits and everything we do is the data that's collected by the technology that allows for monetization. All of that is what we're bringing together, okay? That's what we're talking about here. So we're going to start. That's why we changed the name of the channel. You guys think I get lost, but I know exactly right where I'm at every time. The reason why we changed the name of the channel was because our goal now is not just to focus on tokens that we believe have some potential, maybe 5 or 10 or 20 or 50 or 100x. It's projects that are bringing utility value to the marketplace that have the ability for you to say, oh, here's a shopping site where if I go, let's say it's a travel one, and I go to the travel one, and if I travel with it, I get digital assets back. Or if I ride share, right? We're going to talk about a ride share project. We're going to try to see if we can get them on. They're in 4 cities right now. If you ride share, you get some digital assets as a rewards program. The drivers get digital asset. It's cheaper for the driver, or it's cheaper for the passenger. The driver gets paid more money. These are business models, guys. These are solutions that benefit society. And that is exactly what Web3 is about. That is what we are promoting here. Not just green and red candles, not just bear and bull markets. It's about changing our lives. It's about leaving an impact on the world and leaving this place better than when we got here. Okay, so with that, guys, we're going to share a project with you guys where I've been doing it right now. Guys, listen, I know as soon as I say this, Corey's going to get a little smirk on his face because he's kicking my butt, right? I got about $10 in Satoshis here in the last 2.5 weeks, right? I started before I found it. I started playing with it. He's been doing it less time than me, and he's got way more Satoshis than me, okay? But besides that fact that I'm at $11.18. Now, this is an app, and we're going to share it with you, and we're going to share a link, and what we're going to ask is if you use the link that we're doing, all the funding that comes in from it, right? The Satoshis we get are going to go to what? Moving this thing forward, 100% moving Next Web3 forward. Then you can go out and share it with other people. I am at $11.18 in Satoshis. All I do every single day about the same time is open up the app, push one button, and close the app. That's it. That's all I do, right? I open the app, I push a button, I close the app. Now, Corey has done more than me, right? He's actually put a little effort into it, right? So I'm going to have you explain what that is, right, from Corey's perspective. But before I do that, I want to say I've gotten $11.18. But my belief system, again, not financial advice, is that Bitcoin's going to be over $1 million. It's at about 60-something thousand right now. That's a 15x. So if I'm holding this and I'm not planning on doing anything with it, I'm just going to let it sit there. And at 15x's, that means, did I really get $165 of potential over the last couple weeks? Doesn't sound like a lot, but let's add another 52 weeks onto that. And what if it goes to 2 million or 3 million or whatever? What if I took it and I staked it and started to do something with that? This is all about, but here's the thing, guys. We're talking about Satoshis. We're talking about getting some sats, baby. But here's the key. What we're doing really is we're supporting Web3. We're supporting Web3. We're engaging in Web3. It's a Web3 company that's going out and figuring out ways to monetize information, data, usage of, things. They have surveys you can do. So I'm going to have Corey explain to you some of the other stuff you can do, because all I do is push the button, right? But Corey will be able to tell you a little bit more. And that is exactly how they're able to give us these Satoshis, guys. They are essentially monitoring, right, through the app, information, data, and they're monetizing that data, that information. Okay, Corey, take it away, buddy. You're the expert.
Awesome. Yeah, here on Ember, guys, basically, I could probably share it. You can kind of see it there. You can kind of see that.
Yeah, we can see it. 31,368 sats.
Yes. And that's actually my second tranche of earnings. The first one I have probably almost the same amount of that. But it's really, you start getting on a streak if you start, like Peter said, clicking the button to start mining your Satoshis every day. You'll start each day, you'll get a multiplier and you'll start a streak. I'm on 26 times 26. Peter's probably around the same thing or probably more since he started before me.
I don't think so, buddy, because I think I might have
missed today.
Only on 17. You're beating me.
Awesome. All right, cool. So yeah, Perry said he's at 8,700 Satoshi. So that's very good. Satoshi, for your thoughts. So the way that I have accrued so many Satoshi is multipliers, but also a combination of things. For example, inviting others, sending out your referral link for others to earn the same, in this decentralized Web3 style. That'll boost your Satoshis. Also, what I do is every day I enter in the tournaments. So you can get into, I believe, 3 or 4 separate, let me see. Yeah, like 3 or 4 separate. I got 1, 2, 3 separate free entries that you can do, and you can select a few coins that you think are going to increase the most over those 24 hours. There's also some that you can enter in with some Satoshi, but I just do the free ones. So you just go in and select those. You got to watch a 30-second ad, but you'll get Satoshis for that. I know Peter's won a few tournaments. I'm winning them all the time. Also, what you can do is you can.
What Corey left out is he uses my strategy to win them.
Yeah, I mean, you got to use Peter's strategy if you want to win them all. Of course. Of course. So also what I did is you can go in there and you can click games. I know probably a lot of people on here play games like Candy Crush, Coin Tracker, Coin Bank. I don't know. There's a ton of them on there, but they have two different platform of games that you can go through. But you can just go through like the first level on each of them, and you can earn a bunch of Satoshi or however often that you play games. But it's a good way to rack up with different games and just hitting that first milestone. It'll show you once you go in there what games they have, and you basically connect it to your app, to your games, and it'll track for you. So once you hit a certain level or a milestone in the game, it'll add Satoshis to your experience in Ember. They've also got surveys. If you have time to do the surveys, you can get just all sorts of different ways, offers and surveys, but those are the most lucrative ways to boost up your Satoshi. So it's like Peter says, super easy. I maybe spend 20 to 30 minutes a day going through the tournaments with the ads, hitting a milestone. Peter, you have your link handy, buddy. We can pop it in the chat.
I emailed it. I texted it to you, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You got it texted to me. Yeah, I'll pop it in there while Peter's talking here, Marty, and for everybody. So yeah, that's it.
Yep. And guys, it's not about, you're not going to build any massive wealth off of this, but this is helping engage in Web3. We've got to start moving more of our time, effort, energy into it. So if you are going to play games, why not play them and get some Satoshis for them, right? You're still getting the game value. I tried a few of them. Let me see what they're called. I only played them like 1 or 2 times just to kind of get some sats. Let's see. The one I played is called Coin Master, and the other one is called Family Island, right? So those are 2 of the ones that if you play, you can get it. So if you're going to play a game and you like to build stuff, farm stuff, or if you just like to roll a wheel and have it keep spinning and spinning and spinning and, you know, build out areas and stuff. You know what it reminds me of, buddy, is the game that we met with the guys about working with, right? Very much like
Kingdom
that.
game. Yeah.
Yeah, Kingdom game. So if you're into that type of stuff, why not at least get 300, 400, 500 Satoshis every time you play? Let the Satoshi keeps going up. It's a great way to save up. We're not talking about getting some points you can trade for a toaster. We're talking about some points that can go up in value because they're digital assets, and being able to maybe buy a car. Who knows at this point, depending on where Bitcoin goes. I saw a report the other day that is basically thinking that it could go to $30 trillion market cap, you know, in that area. So that would be a 30x from where it is right now. I'm not saying they're right, not financial advice, but you know, if it went to 30 trillion, it'd be 30x from where it is. I'd have over $300, $330 in Satoshis at that point, for just going in and clicking a button. So, you know, and again, if you start recommending people and they start using it and you play some games, you can end up with thousands of dollars in Satoshis, and that could turn into a substantial amount of money, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. So it's definitely there to be done and had. And again, we're engaging in Web3, which is the whole thing. So whether it's watching gold is the hold and watching content every week and sharing it with friends and saying, hey guys, here's this funny video, right? Or doing something like Ember. We're going to start having more people on and talking about this, engaging in Otherverse. There was a great article put out by Fidelity on the metaverse. You know, we're in the right place, right time, moving things forward there, on that side. DFY, guys, we continue to work on more airdrops. We are going to have a call Monday night where we're going to be launching what we call a premium airdrop. And the reason why it's a premium airdrop, it's not going to cost you any more money from our side, right? It's just going to use one of your existing airdrops that you've already paid for. but what you will need to do is provide some additional digital assets, which you'll get the vast majority back. The chain is Blast chain, and the transaction fees are like a penny, right? It is one of the lowest transaction fee chains out there. And so we're going to have that. The minimum additional digital assets that you need to provide in order for us to do it effectively is $200. And the airdrop is scheduled for the end of June. So you'll actually receive your digital assets if everything stays on track at the end of June, and then you'll already be able to put there. Guys, we're gonna lay out the stuff for Blast. Okay, so just hang in there. We do have an account. A matter of fact, a wallet that I've been farming Blast on is in the top 25,000 of all Blast wallets right now, and moving up every single day. I actually believe it's under 24,000 right now. So we've been trying to figure out how to do it. The delay. So Blast was one of the earlier airdrops we wanted to do, but we need to have social media set up for you guys. We need to set up an X account. We need to set up a Discord account for you, which is going to take a little bit of time for the staff to do that. We did figure out how to do that. We need to get a temporary number that's attached to those. There's just a lot that goes into putting all that stuff together in making it all work. So we've been working on it. We figured it out now. So on Monday we'll have a call on that. It'll be about, by the time we get it set up and get your account funded, you'll have a little bit over a month of time to mine it. And you will not maybe get the airdrop. You will. Now the cool thing is we're gonna only take one airdrop away from you. By the time we set this up, so you'll utilize one of your, we're not going to take it away from you. You'll use one of your airdrops in order to cover that airdrop. That you should probably get at least 1, 2, maybe even 3 additional airdrops. I don't know how big they'll be because we're not playing with a lot of money. We're playing with just a small amount, a couple $100. But we're not going to count those other airdrops against what it is. It'll all be those 2 or 3 airdrops will be considered one airdrop together. So and we'll still do the claim, we'll still do everything that needs to be done on it. Yeah, we're going to do everything on the Blast network. You'll provide the digital assets and then we'll get it set up. Yes, absolutely, Adam. Yes, we'll get all that set up. So, but we'll also set up, again, we don't want to use your X account that you use now or your Discord. So we're going to set up a new Discord, a new X account for you. They'll still be yours. You'll give us permission to access them once we set them up for you. And then we'll use those so in order to do Blast, they want to make sure individuals are doing them, which we're going to do them for you, doing the stuff for you. You need to have those social medias in order to do it. And then we'll get qualified for some of the other projects that are on Blast by utilizing the digital assets that you provide. We've actually been researching it. We've got the best ones that are going to get you the most points, the fastest, and the best, right? For the least amount of value that you can provide. In order to get my wallet to where it is, right now I'm utilizing $30,000 in assets to move the wallet forward. Okay, that's what I've been playing with in order to move things, to move it up through the ranks, to see how it functioned and worked, so we can understand what it's like. So you're not going to be providing that, a few $100s, and it's minimum of $200. But if you want to provide 300 or 400 or 500, that's okay. The more that you provide, the bigger, more points that we'll get. And we don't know right now if they're going to do the airdrop on a linear point system or on just, hey, you have this many points, so this is how many tokens you're getting on that side of it. But we believe it's going to be lucrative. And of course, if it doesn't hit the 150 minimum between the airdrops you're getting, we're going to do another airdrop for you. So you really have nothing to lose, everything to gain. And we believe that the Blast network has the potential to possibly be a major network out there. And here's the reason why. You guys know I always look at the reasoning behind it, or the even with, right, gold is the whole, the Peter Schiff project. It's not just a meme coin. They just didn't say, hey, they're doing something that other people aren't doing. They have and I want to say an angle, but that's the best word to use, an angle that is different, a uniqueness to it than that. What's the uniqueness of Blast? Blast is truly a fully decentralized, owned by the community. As a matter of fact, it actually, just by holding Ethereum or their USDB in your wallet, they're paying you 3% up to 10% on that. And the way they're doing that is from the transaction fees. So it's truly a network where the transaction fees happen, and all of those transaction fees are going back to developers and back to the community. So it is truly a decentralized, community-driven project, and I think it has huge potential to possibly maybe be one of the dominant chains on the face of the earth because of that uniqueness. Whether it happens or not, I don't know, but I'm willing to bet on it that it would, and that's why we're moving it forward. Hi. Any word when, if any airdrops have been, will be completed? I haven't heard anything about them, and it's been more than 2 months since I signed up for a 3 airdrop packets. Thanks. Claudio. So we've only been doing airdrops for about five weeks now. Airdrops can take some time. We have some coming in June and July. So there's layer 0. I don't know, again, where, what's been done on you. There is ZK Sync that's coming. We just talked about the Blast airdrop coming the end of June. And so there is no timing on them as far as that goes. It could take 4 months. It could take 6 months for you to get airdrops. That is something that's not in our control. So all we can do is do the activities, and then when the airdrop comes in, the airdrop comes in. But when you start thinking through the process of what it takes to do them, if you told me right now, give me $500 and in 3 years I'll give you back $2,000. That actually sounds like a pretty good idea to do, right? If I have a whole bunch of $500 laying around, I'm probably going to give you lots of them, right? Because that's pretty phenomenal, right? I've got my 401k, making me 12-14% a year. If I put $500 in there, I'm going to have 570 next year. I'm going to have about 650 the following year. I'm going to have 700 and something the following year, 800 or 900 the following year, right? So on and so on as I keep bringing it up there. So, as we go through this process and do these, and I'll point out Wormhole. So Wormhole started theirs a year ago. They just had their airdrop. If you were involved the whole time and you did it, the minimum airdrop was a little over $2,000 on the day of the airdrop. So that's a long time to wait, a year. Oh my goodness, I waited a whole year for my airdrop. But with the amount of time, effort, and money that was put into it, for $2,000, that, and that's, I guess, what we need to decide when we're doing these, right? Whether doing more or less or whatever it may be, is, am I willing to be patient? Am I willing to wait for this to happen? Or if I'm looking for a quick turnaround, and need something faster, there might be better avenues. I don't know of any, but there might be better avenues to be able to flip something quicker than that. So hopefully that answers your question. Patience is a virtue, and patience is something that I believe we probably all need a little bit more of. It's just the way it is, right? So, matter of fact, I'm going to use a great statistic for this. So, how many people would love to be, and let's name any one of, I'm not going to come up with an exact name, any 50 companies right now that are valued over $1 billion right now. Any company that you want to pick. NVIDIA. No, I'm going to name a company name, I guess. NVIDIA, okay? So a lot of people right now are going, oh my goodness gracious, look at all the people that invested in NVIDIA and how well they're doing here in the last year. But when did NVIDIA start their company? Over 30-something years ago. Over 30-something years ago. And if you go watch some of his interviews, multiple times, they were on the verge of the whole entire company collapsing. Multiple times. So if you were an early investor there, you know, you would have made a little money along the way, but when would you have made the most money? If you stayed in the whole 30-something years and stayed involved with it and put it together. Jeff Bezos, his brothers and sisters. God, why wasn't I born a Bezos, right? Convinced his brothers and sisters to put $10,000 each in the company. They are all billionaires now, guys. He convinced them to put it in, and he convinced them to stay for the long run. Right. So definitely want to make sure. So anyway, yeah, they put in the list of the airdrops. Oh, here, hints, airdrops by the end of June from CoinDesk. Yes. So Corey put in a link on it of when the airdrops are going to happen. I would say in the next 60 to 90 days, guys, we should land about 3 to 5 airdrops. And again, I can't say because I don't know which airdrops were done for you. But you know, probably 3 to 5 airdrops will come in the next 60 to 90 days. So that puts us into, let's see, what are we, May, June, July, August. So by the end of August, I would say we'll have about 5 or 6 airdrops. And then, of course, they'll start picking up from there as we dig in and get more and more airdrops going. All right. What else were we supposed to cover, buddy?
You covered my list.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we want to thank you for being here. Thanks for, you know, everything that you do. We are going to have a call on decentralization. Excited to start putting out some new content. As a matter of fact, that's what I'll be doing part of today on top of some other airdrop stuff. And then tomorrow, making new videos, new content on the projects that we're doing the airdrops on. I'm actually going to do a project video on gold is the hold. As far as what I see as where there are places in the meme department. So we'll start posting those videos up there and keep moving things forward from there. Yeah, so Perry, we can't give any tax advice. Absolutely zero. None. As we move forward towards the end of the year, we will hire a tax expert to come in and they'll do a call and they'll explain to you from their expert opinion on what the situation is as far as cryptocurrency goes. Okay. So that's we're ways off from that, about 7 months off from that. But towards the end of the year, we will hire an expert there. And in the primary countries. So as Sharona said, they're different in different countries, but we have a whole bunch of people in Canada. We'll get a Canadian expert to come in and say, hey, here's what you do with your airdrop funds that you received. And then for the US or any other country where we have significant amount of people, because we do want you to make sure you're doing the right thing. The way we usher in Web3 is we keep it clean and we keep it right. We keep it organized and we have them go, wow, those are productive members of society that deserve to have the benefits that they want, which is decentralization. So we're all for compliance and making sure that everything is done the proper way. There will be a training to teach those of us who are involved but know nothing can learn more about how the airdrops work and what exactly they are. Janice, we've made a couple videos on that. On there, we can eventually do some workshops as soon as we get everything completely dialed in. Guys, I got to tell you, these airdrops, doing them, it's a lot of work. I mean, it's not a simple task, right? It's not a simple, you go on the YouTubers like, oh yeah, you just go do these few simple things. Well, it ain't that simple. There's a lot of complexity to it. And we're trying to create as much value for the projects as we can. We're not just here to suck out of the projects and take away from them, because we want Web3 to succeed. And the way to do that is to make sure that you're providing value. So there's a lot that we go through in order to make all these things happen. And that means a lot of software, a lot of technology, a lot of hours. I was up at 3:30 this morning working on airdrop stuff, guys. And I was back up at 7. And guess what I was doing at 7? Working on airdrop stuff. And by the time I stopped working at it at 3:30 and went to bed, guess what? I thought about airdrops for at least another hour, right? So that just kind of shows where our focus is and where our attention is. And so once we get this all built out, remember, we're building the second phase of the software. And so we're trying to tweak and model that and mold that to make it as effective as possible. So, eventually we want you to log into your dashboard, and a lot of these questions that are being asked today, you'll be able to see them, right? Because there'll be a feed for layer 0, and you can just log into your back office, look, and it'll give you the latest updates for layer 0, give you the latest updates for ZK Sync, the latest updates for Jumper. It'll actually have resources for you to, I want to do something in DeFi. Well, here's a project that we supported. Here's a project that we got an airdrop from. Here's a project that we're going to get an airdrop from. The dashboard at some point will become an immersive area to allow us to go out and really promote and build and get engagement in Web3. However, right now, our main number one focus is functionality, right? Just getting it to where it gets you an airdrop, you receive those digital assets, all of that stuff is done. And then once that is completed, I said patience is a virtue. I am probably the most impatient. I know, Claudio's like, oh, hey, when it's been trust me, I'm right with you, right? I want to shake an airdrop out of somewhere, right? And the team knows this because every day, not some days, every day, I said, guys, we have to get an airdrop completed and done and across the finish line. It is our focus every single day. I know when you come on here, I have to say, hey, patience, don't worry. Trust me, I'm like, yeah, we need an airdrop and we need it now. Okay. That is really what it is, but that's not going to happen because that's not in our control. So we're going to do everything in our control to do everything possible to bring this across the finish line, make it happen. And then the rest of it, we just need to learn that patience part of it and allow the process to take place. So I want to thank you guys for joining us today. You guys are amazing. And we look forward to a call on Monday night. We'll get it out, guys, on the Premium Blast. Again, $200 minimum digital assets. You're going to want to have those available right away. The sooner we get it going, the sooner we can get things done for you. It's going to take us a day or so to set up the accounts because of what we have to do to get to register and all that stuff for you. So if you are going to do it, I would try to, do it as soon as possible. So we'll have everything set up Monday night for you to put your name on a form and let us know you want to do it. And then, of course, you'll let us know how much digital assets you're going to put in. And then we'll start setting up an X account for you, a Discord account for you, connect all that to your wallet, and then get all that stuff moving, get the digital assets in the wallet and get them placed in the right network, and then get everything moved forward. Add Blast to your MetaMask wallet. And the list goes on and on of all the things that need to get done in order to make it happen. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining us. Have a great Saturday, and we look forward to seeing you guys on Monday night. And then, again, sometime later in the week, we're going to have a call on decentralization. If you want to join us, we're going to talk about a decentralized future, a better one than what we have right now. Thanks.